So I'm feeling a bit conflicted because on one hand, I'm excited that we have a new episode of The Owl House. On the other hand, the episode that I'm watching first is Really Small Problems, which is not Understanding Willow. So I see it. It's there. I'm looking at it right now. It's on Disney Now. I see the little picture of Amity and Luce, and the pictures are on fire in the background. But now is not the time yet. Soon though, in like 25 minutes. So yeah. Now I feel like out of all the episodes that we got teased for in the promo, I think Really Small Problems was the easiest to predict. So going in, Tibbles is going to set up like a carnival circus type thing. Luce and the gang are going to go hang out there for the day. I think Ida's gonna have like her human horror house stand to probably try and make like some quick cash. King is gonna get left out from hanging out with Luce. I don't think it's gonna be intentional on Luce's part at all. I think she's just gonna be hanging out with Willow and Gus and just kind of forget King's there. King's gonna confide in Tibbles, who is Mysterioso in disguise, and we know about the shrinking spray bottle thing, which is gonna be like a potion that he's gonna give him like to King and just be like, oh, like maybe if you were like the same height as them, then you wouldn't get left out. And then of course it's gonna shrink everybody down. There's that weird tank with the unicorn in it that they're probably gonna get put in. King also has that friendship bracelet. So this just, this is gonna be an episode about like friendship and stuff like that. That's basically what this is gonna be. Really Small Problems. But after this, man, Understanding Willow. So excited. Let's go. Oh, they've like, it's like Zoom or Skype or FaceTime. Maybe they're in quarantine too.
Apparently there's an infestation of pixies at Hexside, so school's been canceled.
Oh, how'd you find that out so quickly? Like, for me living in the Midwest, we had snow days. So, oh, hootie. Oh, hootie. Oh, this is like Blue's Clues on horror.
It'll be a Luce and King day. That's my kind of day.
I can already see why King would be upset if Luce promised to be a Luce and King day.
Smell all the fresh meat.
Oh, God. Oh. Oh, Albert.
No games for you, Albert.
Oh, why
We've
not?
got scans to cart.
Uh-huh.
Tibbles, you sent this?
He knows your address. That's concerning.
I'll buy it.
Thank you.
What kind of con are you running?
Uh-huh, the shrinking spray.
Why don't I just...
Thank God. Oh.
I'm okay.
I know, scammer.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Now, speaking of...
Like, Ida's the most suspicious person in this entire show. Of course she's gonna be suspicious of other shady people. Uh-huh. Yeah, sure.
While it
lasts. Oh, what a twist. Oh my gosh, she put skin on it. I love how messed up this show gets. I love it. Does he try to win it for Luce? Cause that'd be sweet. You other two? Oh, he knows that they were the ones on the house. I like that that's coming back around. That the social media thing, them posting about it. I like that it's coming back around to bite him in the butt. At least, like, King's trying to be better about including others and not being selfish. I mean, King, you were digging in the trash last episode, so... Wait, Bosch's pet pixie escaped its cage? What?
That's what I was gonna say!
King...
Wow, you really are
King has
psychic.
no brain
You're
cells.
Right. Now she's distracted by your cool new school friends.
Oh, he thinks they're cool. That's nice.
I'm the wiser.
How do you know their names?
You even know their names.
Oh, God, no.
It's no use arguing with a fortune teller.
King.
Thanks, Avioso.
No.
Food! I'm gonna grab some rotten candy while you guys figure this out.
This is just, I'm out. I don't want any part of this.
Oh, and that's close to those photo booths that can fit exactly 3 people.
Oh. Just rubbing it in. Putting salt in those wounds.
Oh no! What have I done?
You're lucky you didn't crush them.
I said I'd help you win those friendship bracelets.
Oh, see, Luce is still trying.
Okay?
See?
Willow and Gus will be okay for a little while.
Yeah, unless they get stepped on. How about
Did
you
I
don't
black out
stand
on the roller coaster
in
again?
the middle of
Sketchy carnival rides
the
are not to
walkway?
blame this. Enough of this.
Oh, we didn't see Willow's plant powers activate again with the green eyes? I'm glad that they're coming back to that. Because I don't think we've seen that since episode 3. Oh, Albert pieced out. Albert's like, I'm gonna play me some games. Yep, look at him. Look at him go. Look at this little boy.
I am the king of night. and every breath you take brings you closer to darkness.
Yeah, I want that.
I want the bracelets.
Oh,
It's
it is sweet though that King wants the friendship bracelets. Look at King being a little sweetheart. Oh, I thought she was gonna crush them.
Spray
Uh-oh,
bottle, King.
there's gonna be like a fight. Yep, and then this top's gonna come
There's
off,
nothing to explain.
and then
I
it's
was
gonna
just
get
trying to
loose and
shrink,
King
my
shrunk,
friends.
and then bad things are gonna happen. Yeah, there it is.
Luce, I think King is broken.
Hey Willow, you're gonna do that next episode.
Did it?
Oh, you can do magic.
Hold on.
Oh, King, you're so stupid. You literally have no brain cells. Oh, Ida, that is a look.
I know you'll eventually go home, and now you're spending more
Aw.
time at school. I just want to be around you.
Oh, I like that this is building off of sense and insensitivity. Here. Oh, nice. Gonna hit his cheek so he touches it. Yep. Good job, King.
Oh, no.
You have one brain cell, King. Good job.
Wait. Those are my
Yeah, I was about to say,
kids.
those are your dumb kids, Ida.
If you'll accept it, that is.
Look at King being a little
Thank you,
sweetheart.
King. I've been missing you too.
Aw.
Every single
Oh,
bit.
oh no.
Friendship
Oh,
tastes
jeez.
like.
That fly was just like, end it all.
Tastes
Just
like a
end my
bug.
suffering. That was a cute episode. I figured it was going to be more in the vein of like Once Upon a Swap kind of territory, and it was. That was cute though.
Now, going into this episode, I felt like it was going to be in the vein of Once Upon a Swap, with this episode just being some silly, fun antics, and it pretty much was. This review will likely be shorter than my other ones because there wasn't a ton of plot or lore-related aspects in really small problems, and out of everyone in this episode, the one who really developed the most was King. But before we get into any of that, let's get into our secret messages. Our episode title message, as we know, is A Witch Loses a True Way. For our secret symbol message, the symbols are located here on the stone fencing outside of the carnival. The symbols translate to feathers. So our message is now 2 witches torn apart, now alone, 2 hearts of stone, a curse of feathers. So yeah, pretty sure this is about Ida at this point. But with our messages out of the way, let's get into the relevant plot, lore, and world building for this episode. Now, like I said, there wasn't a lot, but there were a few interesting things. This episode had the shrinking spray bottle. While it wasn't discussed directly in the episode, I'm assuming this is a potion of some kind. Considering that we have really only seen Ida's elixir and the fog brew from the recent episode The First Day, it was cool that we got to see another type of potion. In this case, one that shrinks individuals, and can be reversed by tapping your cheek. A bit of an oddly specific trigger, but okay. We also find out that the Grim Hammer family had generations of history destroyed when Luce and the gang crushed Tibble's stand. Whether he was referring to the actual items it contained or just the business in general, it was interesting to learn that Tibbles' family history dates back so far. We also got some interesting creatures in this episode. We saw some unicorns, a chimera, and a griffin. And we got the mention of pixies in the beginning of the episode and also learned that they are kept as pets. And we also learned that there are clown demons, which sounds absolutely terrifying. But that's about it in terms of plot, lore, and world building for this episode, so let's move on to character development. Ida, Willow, and Gus didn't really get much development for this episode. I will say that I liked how Ida was immediately wary of Tibbles. Considering Ida's history, it makes sense why she has a natural instinct for sensing when someone is trying to scam her. I also like at the very end we see another glimpse of Ida's more maternal side when she refers to Luce and the gang as my dumb kids. But this brings us to Luce and King. And like I said, after an episode like Sense and Insensitivity, which showed the low points of King and Luce's friendship, this showed some of the higher points. Luce never intended to make King feel left out, and did try to make an active effort to help him win the friendship bracelets. Now, King actually had some good-ish intentions with using the shrinking potion. He wanted to spend time with Luce, and as we learn towards the end of the episode, King knows Luce will leave one day, so he wants to spend as much time as he can with her. But shrinking Willow and Gus and leaving them susceptible to being crushed just so he can hang out with Luce, yeah, this is where King's selfish tendencies come in. He does, however, pull through in the end, taking initiative to save Luce, Willow, and Gus. And I think it's interesting that this is the second time King has been responsible for defeating Tibbles, the first time being in Hootie's Moving Castle. I honestly wouldn't mind if Tibbles kept making appearances and this little rivalry between him and everyone else continued. Just seeing what kind of other silly, ridiculous plans he tries to come up with would be amusing. Compared to the last King-focused episode, Sense and Insensitivity, I much preferred him in Really Small Problems, and I feel like this was a good follow-up episode to see where King and Luce's friendship is at. And I think pretty much out of any episode aired so far, this was the one where King was being the nicest, trying to include others, and wanting to win the friendship bracelets for Luce. Ultimately, I think this episode solidified King's first steps to becoming friendlier with Willow and Gus, so I hope we get to see more interactions with them in future episodes. Overall, I thought Really Small Problems was a cute, fun episode that served as the first stepping stone for King's friendship with Willow and Gus, and also showed us a sweeter, kinder side of him. Really, this episode was kind of the calm before the storm, because next up we have Understanding Willow. And it's an Amity episode, so you already know that I am going to love it. But thank you so much for watching, I hope you have a fantastic day, and until next time guys, take care.